Hi everyone, welcome to Knowledge Center. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for selecting Knowledge Center to gain your knowledge. So here I am going to help you regarding the air preheater today. So we are going to discuss about air preheater which is used in the steam power plant. So as we all know, in a steam power plant, we are going to have a boiler, and that boiler will develop the heat. Okay, the gas which is coming out of that boiler is termed as a flue gas. So we need to increase the efficiency of the boiler. In order to increase the efficiency of the boiler, we are going to use economizer, air preheater, and superheaters. So this economizer already we have discussed in the previous video. So in this video I am going to explain you what is air preheater, how that air preheater is going to work, and what are the types of air preheater. So the air preheater is nothing but what? It is going to utilize the flue gas, the heat which is available in the flue gas, and that heat will be transferred to the incoming air. Okay. So the heat which was available with the flue gas, that will be shifted to the incoming air, and that hot gas will be given to the boiler. So by doing this, we get a hot gas into a boiler. So for combustion, instead of getting a normal air with a low temperature, if you get an air with a high temperature, then the requirement of fuel to heat up the air will be less. If the fuel requirement is reduced, then we can say the efficiency of the boiler will be increased. Right, so this is how the efficiency of the boiler is going to increase, and also the combustion rate of the boiler will be high, because we are just providing a hot air into a boiler through the air preheater. Right, so in general a drop of 20 to 22 degrees Celsius in the flue gas will increase the efficiency of the boiler by about 1%. So instead of just wasting that flue gas and allowing it to go through the atmospheric condition with a hot heat with a heat or with a high temperature, in between I am using air preheater, so that air preheater is going to recover the heat from the flue gas, and that is going to heat the incoming air which is required for the combustion. This is about the air preheater. Now let us see what are the desirable features for our air preheaters. So whenever we select an air preheater, we need to consider these parameters. So that air preheater should be having a high thermal efficiency. Thermally it should be very high efficiency required. Then the reliability of operation. Operation should be good, so that uh, the efficiency of the boiler can be increased. Low maintenance cost of the air preheater. Yes, this is important here. We don't need to have the very huge maintenance cost or very huge components in the air preheater, so that we can reduce the initial cost of a plant. And the space required for this should be small, because we already have a huge buildings over there, huge blocks. So the air preheater should be compact in size to avoid the larger space required. If you consider all these points, definitely the cost of the air preheater is going to be less. So it has to be of a low initial cost, because we have some other important blocks in the thermal power plant where we have to invest a lot. So try to select a air preheater which satisfy all these points. Now let's see where actually the air preheater is located in a steam power plant. So look at here, look at that arrow mark. The air preheater is placed as shown here. So the in the boiler the combustion will take place, and this is the flue gas. See, the flue gas will come out of the boiler, that is a hot gas, and which is to be given to the, means there is a hot waste gas which is to be, it's a smoke. That smoke has to be given to the atmospheric condition through the chimney. So instead of directly giving it to a chimney, in between we have a air preheater. In previous video I have explained you regarding the economizer, how that economizer will use the flue gases to heat the water. Now the same flue gas will pass through this economizer, and it will come to a air preheater. In this air preheater, the flue gas hot or heat, the heat of flue gas will be absorbed, and the air, that is which is developed by the draft fan, the air will get heated up, and that hot air will be given to the boiler. So instead of having just a natural air, we are providing a hot air with a high pressure, so that the combustion rate will be increased in the boiler, which in turn reduces the consumption of a fuel, which in turn increases the efficiency of the plant. This is how we are going to increase the efficiency of the plant by using a air preheater. Right. So after passing the air preheater, the flue gas will be given to the chimney, and then from there it will be given to the atmospheric condition. So before leaving it to the atmospheric condition, we are using the heat out of the flue gases. Now let's see what are the types of air preheater we have. We have two types of air preheaters: recuperative and regenerative type. Recuperative and regenerative type. So recuperative is nothing but this is generally used continuously in action. It will be continuous in action, whereas the regenerative is discontinuous in action and it operates on the number of cycles. So we have a detailed picture and understanding about the recuperative type of an air preheater here. So in recuperative type of heaters, the two fluids are separated by heat transfer surface. Two fluids in the sense here, one fluid is the air and the other fluid is the flue gas. Okay, those two are separated by heat transfer surface. So how those two are separated are just means based on the way of separating those two fluids, we have two types of recuperative air preheater. Among that, the first one is this, the plate type air preheater. Plate type air preheater is nothing but, see, we have, you can observe here, the flue gas is in here on the surface of this plate, and below this we have a cold air, that is the natural air. So when this cold air passes the surface of the plate and comes this side, it will be a hot air, means the out of it will be hot air, we are getting a hot air out of it. It means it is very clear that we are just making this cold air to, or a natural air to pass through this plate, and above this plate we have a flue gas. So when flue gas is passing above this plate, the heat will be absorbed by the plate and that will be transferred to the natural air. So the air is going to get that heat of flue gas through these plates and it will get heated up, and that hot air will be given to the boiler. Okay, so one fluid flowing constantly on one side and the other will be on the other side of the surface. That's what it means. So the rectangular plates are spaced here. These are the rectangular plates, and the gap between each plate will be of 12.5 mm to 25 mm space. That is the gap, and the rate of heat transfer will be low in this kind of an system, because when it is passing through a plate, through the radiation and through the conduction it has to transfer. So it is passing, the heat is passed from flue gas to plate and then from plate to the cold air or a natural air, and even the space as it is a bit more here, so the loss will be more, the loss chances of losses will be high, so the rate of heat transfer is going to be low. And also one more drawback you can say, the space occupied is large. As I told, the space of these plates are going to be high, so the heat loss will be there. Because of that, the transfer of heat is less, as well as the space occupied itself is a large. That is a one more drawback, because in a desirable properties I have mentioned that the space required for air preheater should be less, but here it is occupying more space. And cleaning of these surfaces will also be a problem, difficulty, because large sheets has to be cleaned out over there, so it will be difficult task. So in the same recuperative air preheater, we have the second type, that is the tubular type air preheater. By looking into this picture you can understand. See, this is how the input air will be given. This is the flue gas air, this is not a air, this is flue gas, means we are getting it from boiler. So from boiler we get a flue gas which is made to flow through like this. Okay, and here we have air in, fresh air. Okay, at the air preheater we will have a draft fan, so through draft fan we get this input, air input, and that air is made to flow like this. So observe, we have a curve here, we are not just making that air to flow in a straight line, we have some baffles. You can understand, you can look at this, these are the horizontal baffles we have. So why we are placing these baffles, in the sense that is just creating some obstacle for the flow of air in one direction. So what's happening now, the air is flowing in this direction, in means it is passing the tubes, all tubes. You observe this, it is passing all these tubes available here. There are 4 tubes. In these tubes actually the flue gas will flow. flue gas is floats in the tube, so the tube will be heated up. The air which is coming here, that has to flow on these tubes. If you have a baffles, then it has to take a path like this. So meanwhile, what is happening here, it is taking a path, means it is coming in contact with all the tubes here. If you don't have this baffle, then what happens, the air will just pass in a straight line like this, then it may not come in contact with the other tubes. So in order to come in contact with all the tubes, we have an horizontal baffles. And also one more thing you can add up here, that is uh, the things, means when air passes it like this, when it is taking so much of time. So when air takes so much of time, means it is having a lot of time to come in contact with the tubes and absorb the heat. So that is what the advantage of having a baffles. So when air passes through this, the heat will be transferred to the air, and that hot air is given to the boiler. And flue which is coming out of the tube here, that will be taken out to the stack, means that will be taken to the chimney. So this is the out of the means this is the output for the air preheater. Flue gas will go out of here. So this is about the air preheater, that is a tubular type of air preheater. So flue gas is made to flow in the tube, and across the tube air will be flowing, or vice versa, anything reverse can also be happen. And the dimensions of the tube is of 40 to 75 mm, that is the diameter of that steel tube. And here we can clean the tube easily. Baffles are used to maximize the heat, so that's what I already explained it. Okay, now the second type, that is the last type of an air preheater, is regenerative type. So this regenerative type, let's understand what actually here. See, this consists of a rotor which is made up of corrugated elements. The corrugated elements, in the sense that is just a thin sheets, okay, layer of sheets will be joined together. So these layer of sheets combined together, they frame a rotor, lightweight rotor. This is placed in a drum which has been divided into two components. So the drum, in the drum will place a rotor, and that drum is divided into two components, as first one is the air component, and the second one will be the gas component. I will show you the picture so that you can understand it easily. So the rotor will also rotate at very low speed, that is of 3 to 4 rpm. Okay, so this is the picture here. See, we have, you can look at this. This is the drum, and this is the rotor, and this rotor is going to rotate here. It is going to split it into two components. This is the air component, and we call it as a gas component. So gas component means we get a flue gas here, okay, from the boiler. See, look at this flue. This is in red color, means it is a hot. So when flue gas pass through this chamber or this component, these are the rotors. So this is rotating. As this rotates, what happens, it will take up this flue gas. It will be, means it is rotating in this direction here. So it will take up the flue gas, and it will take this flue gas from this zone to this zone. Here what we have, here we have inlet air. So air will come in this direction, okay, and that is of a natural air. But when this is rotating, it is observing the flue gas, and it will taking that hot flue gas to this zone where we have a natural air. Okay, here we have a natural air, but this hot gas will be taken into this zone due to the rotor. Okay, that rotor will take it into this zone, and that flue gas will get added up, means that will be that heat. Okay, that not a flue gas, that heat which is absorbed by the flue gas will be added with the natural air. So that natural air will get heated up, and that hot air will be given to the boiler. So we got a natural air here, so blue color, and when it passing through this regenerative preheater, we got hot air, because this hot, where we got this hot high temperature, this is from the flue gas. So this rotor is absorbing the heat from the flue gas, and that rotor vanes will come in this air combustion chamber, air component, and here it will transfer that heat to the air, and that air will get heated up, and then that will be given to the boiler. Then again it will be rotating like this. So when the flue gas pass through this rotor, coming out of it will be of a low temperature flue gas, because most of the heat will be absorbed by this rotor, and it will be given to the natural air here. So this whatever the output we are getting, that will be given to the stack, means that is given to a chimney. So this is how the heat is transferred here. Okay, so we have a rotating part here, which is going to absorb the heat from the flue gas, and that will be taken into that heat will be taken into this natural air, where the natural air will absorb the heat from that rotor, and it will be given to a boiler. I hope this is clear for you. See, if the concepts are clear, just press the like button. Okay, and also put in a comment box you put a comment regarding the next topic, means which topic you want to be, I want to explain here. So that point you can mention it in a comment box. So what is the next concept you are expecting from my side, you can put it in a comment box here. So before ending this, I just want to add a few more advantages of a uh, regenerative type of a air preheater. See, this regenerative type of air preheater is of a compact size because it is just of a small rotor will be there with a light weight. So light weight will be there, that is less weight, and compact in size, very less space required, and heat transfer surface will be high. The sheets which are used over there in a rotor that are more, so the heat transferring surface will be high, so the efficiency will be high. That is the advantage here. So I hope this is very clear for you guys. If it is clear, press the like button and share among your friends. Thank you.